Ever seen a car that flies, floats, or fishes? How about a truck that morphs into a rolling penthouse? A surfboard that revs its engine as you hang 10? Or a monster truck you can take hunting for monster game? They're all real, and they're all here. These are the craziest, most luxurious, and tricked-out vehicles in the country. Get ready for a fuel-injected experience as Detroit's finest meet Dr. Frankenstein on America's most radical rides. Our journey begins in League City, Texas, where they strongly believe in the old adage,
everything in Texas is bigger and better.
Everything's big in Texas. Damn big.
Well, as you can see, you look at me, I'm a testament to that, yeah.
And you can't have a big old Texas-style barbecue without something to throw on the grill.
My mom hunts, my wife hunts.
I like to hunt pretty much everything.
Mostly like to hunt coyotes. I'm Michelle.
You heard her, coyotes. Consider yourselves warned. So, once you get your hunting gear,
It's about all the gadgets and the goodies and the sprays and the scents and the smell goods and the noisemakers and you name it.
it's time to get in gear. Bob Woodcock has built a radical ride for a Texas-sized hunt. With a rig like the Critter Getter, they might have all the firepower they need.
You can run just about anything down.
But Bob's dream machine is more than just a critter's worst nightmare. Sitting up that high, there's nowhere to hide. It's also perfect for hauling a mess of Texans in Lone Star style, with all the fixins.
Cold beer and barbecue, those are two main food groups here in Texas, you know.
Sounds tasty, Bob. But the game in Texas isn't going to make it easy to serve them as main courses. However, with a steel beast this large and in charge, there's no place the Critter Getter can't get. So, if they won't come to the hunters will go to them. Or at least their ride will.
You gotta really push it and get up in the mountains and get back where nobody else is.
The Critter Getter does just that, and in a way that's pure Texas. It's Bob Woodcock's dream machine, and a true radical ride that defies description. Well, almost.
Basically, it's like a monster truck on steroids with a sport fish boat up on top of it, and tie them all together, and you get a Critter Getter.
I don't think I've ever heard of a Critter Getter.
A Critter Getter? It's a pest control company, isn't it?
I guess that depends on your point of view. There's a reason that not everybody's heard of the Critter Getter. You can't exactly lease one from any old dealership.
Critter Getters range in price anywhere from around $275, $280, on up to around $370.
That's right. This baby is hand-built for hunting VIPs.
We're talking with a prince or a king out of Qatar, ball players and senators. There's no such thing as too big in Critter Getters for Texas. I mean, if somebody said, I want one that's 100 foot long and 50 foot tall, by God, I'm going to make it happen.
Feeling DIY? Trust us and leave it to the professionals. Bob's doing a lot more than retrofitting your average 4x4.
It gets so heavy once it gets off-road, it's really not so much an off-road vehicle anymore, even though it's four-wheel drive, but you've tripled the weight of it or whatever.
To build a true Critter Getter, you need a light touch.
So we decided to take some of the monster truck technology, blend it with the amenities the hunters needed, and tie it in with a little bit of pizzazz out of the sport fish yachts.
At first, the Critter Getter was just an idea. Then it was a dream. And finally, it started to become a reality.
We drew the thing up and put it on a 12-pack box. Really?
Ah, liquid inspiration. That was 9 years ago. Bob worked on his off hours to build the prototype. He took spare parts from his custom garage, and his whole crew pitched in to build the single greatest hunting machine in the great state of Texas.
One day a customer came in and says, what is that? I couldn't make him leave without him buying it.
I guess there are worse problems to have. That was the start of years of trial and error. The prototype was retooled while Bob worked out all the kinks. But the goal was always the same. Create the ultimate all-terrain hunting machine with tons of creature comforts.
We said, we're onto something here. Let's really tweak it a little bit.
Bob's now into the third generation of his radical rides. They come in two different styles, a wide or a narrow body, whatever suits the needs of his customers.
We adjust suspension designs based off the type of terrain, tire design, powertrains, fuel capacity, seating arrangements.
And then there's the fun stuff, the ultimate in option packages. We're talking about a lot more than power windows and floor mats.
Amenities from anything from bathrooms with bidets in them to wet bars, poker tables, stripper poles, clear thermal imaging, some high-end camera equipment, recording devices, sound systems, amps and speakers, and all kinds of off-road lighting.
The high-tech items are more than just toys, because the Critter Getter is also used for night hunting. When you order from Bob and his crew, sky's the limit.
They get the luxury items for entertainment purposes and ambiance and great conversation for all their buddies they hang out with. We don't say no to nothing. And I mean, if you want a hot tub in it, by God, we'll put a hot tub in it. We'll make it happen.
After a decade in business, Bob sums up his design philosophy like this.
If you can dream it, we've probably already built it. My whole family actually works here. My wife Brenda takes care of managing all these knuckleheads that got working for me.
But you know what they say about all work.
We play a lot, play a whole lot.
Cut up a lot, have a pretty good time, throwing fireworks back and forth with one another, snakes in the bathroom.
And far the best job ever.
It's pretty much like a family.
And how do customers react when they see what Bob and his family business have been up to?
For the love of God, that is the most amazing land vehicle I have ever seen in my life. Holy cow!
Unbelievable. Man. Didn't we have some fun in this?
It'll climb just about anything you want to climb. We've been through probably, I know that there's 6 or 7 foot water, and that's just a standard Critter Getter. We've jumped them, cut donuts, we've crushed cars in them. As far as designed to do off-roading, I mean, it covers all the bases.
Ready for some radical specs? This 30-foot-long, 11-foot-wide beast is powered by a Chevy Ramjet 502 crane engine with electronic fuel injection, producing 400 horsepower and 550 pounds of torque. The 64-inch tires can crush anything that gets in their way.
I mean, they have their limitations, but we just haven't pushed it there yet. You gotta have a lot of balls to do that, so.
Y'all are such wusses.
Finding out a Critter Getter's pretty fun.
By the end of the day, Paul and Ricardo get to see that for themselves. That's a Texas-sized test drive, and one step closer to owning the most radical ride in Texas. Sometimes the most